I'm not much of a government person,
Oh.
and that's a real understatement. The entire structure for everything in agriculture, the structure from the government, the entire structure is geared to help huge, mega corporate farms.
At one point, the American population was 25% agricultural. So since then, we're down to 1% agricultural. And the big corporations don't want to work as hard as the small farmer, and they can't, and it's not effective, and it's not working. And so 20 years of wrong practices dealing with boards of directors and is not the most effective way to produce food. And so, but then again, the overall overseers don't want to inspect 1,000 people. They'd rather go to one big company that feeds a whole bunch of people.
I think as Americans, we're lazy and we're unconscious, and we don't think about the ramifications of our choices. Our conveniences and our materialistic approach to life has blinded us from some realities, and we choose not to look at them. You know, we're driving around with diamonds and fancy clothes and fancy cars, and we're inside malls, and we're on telephones, and we're in big SUVs, and the rest of the world sucks. We've got it all. I mean, we're silly. We're really off and out of balance. The United States is off its kilter.
Golo Family Organic Farms is a family of 7 that got together to establish a farming system here at Blue Sky, and we all thought that, you know, using our hands would be a better way off for us than going to work in other places.
The noise you hear is right now we're doing what's called fertigation. Most of what we do here is done by hand. Everything that we plant is planted by hand. We hand cultivate, we hand pick, and we hand cut. It's like we're cutting a root. You know, if Monsanto had their way, this would be illegal. And I'm not exaggerating. I mean, they're trying to pass legislation that would effectively outlaw, if you will, organic heirloom farming.
Well, we could get philosophical about it, but I think that we as Americans have become spoiled. Instead of going to the markets, instead of going to the farms, they go to the supermarket. Everything's available any time of the year, no matter what. So there became a disassociation between the people that were consuming and the farmers that were growing.
Food needs to be produced in a chemically free way because chemicals have a damaging effect on our bodies and on the environment. And so to me, it makes sense to use less chemical fertilizers and more composting techniques and more harmonious ways of growing food than packing the soil and the earth with tons of chemicals.
You know, I don't know if you're very familiar with where chemical fertilizers came from, but they basically came into existence at the end of the war, World War II, when they had a ton of bomb-making materials. That's what they put in fertilizers, the same type of stuff, you know. And so you have actually a radioactive product in commercial produce, you know. And a lot of people don't, you know, see it. You know, they just eat. And, you know, there's a question on saying, okay, is there a difference between organic and non-organic as far as the nutrient value? And a lot of scientists are saying no, but environmentally, yes, there's a huge difference, you know.
The strength of this country is agriculture, nothing else. The agriculture land, it cannot be expanded. We have what we have. Now, if you decrease the land, how are you going to maintain the same level or higher level of production to respond to the increasing population needs?